Way back in 2008, Canadian singer Anne Murray released a song called A Little Good News. In the song, the narrator expresses despair over all of the violence and suffering she reads about in newspapers and witnesses on TV news coverage, and notes how wonderful it would be if for just one day the newspapers and television news anchors had nothing to report because they had nothing bad to say. If only, right? I was searching for the name of the 2019 Miss USA who decided the world was just too much for her and jumped to her death just a few days ago. And already Chelsea Christ had disappeared from the news feeds in favor of the new disasters, rumors, and lies of the day. A warning to those who feel that their demise might leave a message? Perhaps. More a statement on how the world is moving so quickly that we no longer have the time to grieve one event before moving on to the next. Let's stop for a moment, take a deep breath, and look at a little good news. The Give a Song movement in London started with a Facebook post and 15 people just 18 months ago. 360 performances to over 6,000 people later, this movement has brought music to the streets, yards, and porches of London and given people something to discuss and remember and talk about, sometimes for months or longer afterwards. And it's not only the recipients who are benefiting. Since being involved in Give a Song, 2 musicians have gone on to study music therapy. The most requested song? Bob Marley's 3 Little Birds. Google it, check it out. It's kind of fun. Sarah Pons is breathing new life into hope-giving words, hoping they might help to cultivate happiness and boost well-being. Here's a couple of them for you to try. From the 17th century, Animate, to love very much. From 1829, Autometry, self-measurement, self-estimation. And my favorite, Biophilia, love of life. And finally, a first-hand observation of the excitement and awe I am seeing as we travel about and when people discuss what's happening with the Gen Z and millennial generations. The words I hear repeatedly are kindness, caring, compassion, and the like. This is a group who genuinely wants a better world, but they look at the big picture differently than those who came before them. Closer to home, they want the same thing everyone does: to be listened to be cared about, to be loved. It gives me great hope. It is the good news that we'd all love to hear about on the national news every day, but unfortunately, that's not the way it works. Luckily, we have choices these days. If you're looking for a little good news, put it in your search bar and you'll find it. And I promise to bring you a little bit each and every week. My name is the Reverend Kathy Crosby, and there you have it, short and sweet.